You messing with the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
It's not over here, it's over there, brother. Sorry I did that. Welcome to the podcast, episode 2 of Bubba and Josh Expose Themselves. So yeah,
sorry everybody. We're just just working out the kinks.
Yeah, I mean,
this is what it's all about.
Any
Being
new
a young
podcast it's gonna have its kinks.
Yeah,
it's gonna have its
gonna
faults.
have its
gonna have its moments,
little
that
flaws, but those flaws are what make us into something great, into something beautiful. We're gonna flourish, and it's gonna be magical. It's gonna be magical. I tell you, Josh, it's gonna be, it's gonna be something.
Is it gonna be magical? Like really magical, or?
Well, it's not gonna suck.
Suck. There was a great little internet blip when you said suck, so it was like suck.
It's not gonna suck.
Well,
no, it's not gonna suck.
If you're new here, check out our first episode. There's some interesting tidbits of life lessons and information you're gonna get there. But if this is your first time here, we are a podcast.
Especially about peeing.
Yeah, there's some stuff about peeing in that one. We're a podcast that mainly talks about like pop culture stuff, entertainment, movies, comics, news, and then sprinkles in some life lessons and some other stuff along the way. Because we're both roadies, we've kind of been there, done that in our lengthy careers. So we hope you enjoy whatever you're listening, wherever you're listening or watching, on your way to work, while you're in the kitchen making some breakfast. While you're sharpening some knives at the butcher plant, whatever you're doing, we hope you're having a great day.
Sharpening knives at the butcher plant. Where did you go with that one?
The fact that people from any walk of life are what make podcasts great, because if they can connect.
Let me just say
about
this.
Connecting people.
Yes,
in my opinion.
and let me say this. If there is any one of you out there right now sharpening knives at a fucking butcher plant and you're listening to this, bless your heart.
Go play the lottery.
You talk to us, like, you tell us that you are listening, because that's some like miracle right there.
Just pulled it out of thin air.
You did. You right out your butt. Makes me think of Boondock Saints, the beginning in the butcher.
Oh, okay.
When they work for the butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Rule of thumb.
So this week, why don't we start off with what you're reading?
What you reading? You go first.
Yeah, so I've got something I've been really excited that I've been kind of hiding from you.
Yeah, I'm very interested. That's why I want you to go first.
Last week. Okay.
What do you got?
It's a pretty thick book.
Yeah.
It's called The Batmobile Manual. It's embossed on the front. You can't really see it, but if you're watching the video, you might be able to see it. This is like embossed out. Kind of reminds me of the nipple on the bat suit.
Hold on, everybody. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna have to count to 10 because Josh is in timeout right now
for not showing you this. Sorry, bro. It's beautiful though, man. It's
8, 9, 10. Okay, what was it you wanted to talk about? Oh, this really dope ass thing that you knew I would love.
Oh yeah, I mean, and you would definitely love it.
Oh my god, look at this. Oh, it's got all of them, doesn't it?
Oh, it's and then
even
some,
the newest
bro.
one.
Bro, it's ridiculous what it's got in it, and the pictures. It's just like, it's Batmobile porn, basically. I can't describe it any other way.
It's all.
Are you getting at least a semi-decent look?
Oh yeah, no, I'm getting an amazing.
I'm skipping multiple pages too, like you don't even know. Like,
that's evil.
It's like got like, there's like listings of what everything is and everything does. It's even got the flying ones and ones that didn't even, one like, oh, what
there it is.
I should
there
probably
it is,
go
everybody.
Oh,
look at that.
You know that LSN when you see that, you know what that is. 89, baby.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's pretty in depth. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's not
That
just
is
about the
so fucking awesome.
Batmobile itself as well, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's
No, that's
ones from the
really awesome,
animated
dude.
series in here.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
old school.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those things like so
Yeah, like look at
Josh
that.
got me this really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Two of these really cool Batmobiles because I collect Batmobiles.
Right.
It's definitely it's something that I enjoy doing. I've got probably a dozen Batmobiles or so now, maybe a little bit more than a dozen Batmobiles lying around. Um, but he got me these two that are part of like a set of 50 or some odd, and they're amazing. They are like a perfect replica of what it's supposed to be, and usually has like a background. Uh, I wish I had one right here. I don't.
I think I've got one. Ow,
Oh yeah.
ow, oh, funny bone. Oh, shit. What? God, some
Yeah, I
bitch.
moved mine
Oh.
upstairs a couple months ago. Yes, there you go.
I was actually just on the page of this one, funny enough. Look familiar? I was literally just showing the page of
Yeah,
that.
that's amazing. Yeah, dude. So that's like Batmobile collectibles for sure.
They're
The
great.
best of the best. You're going to get every single one. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. But definitely worth the price of admission. I picked it up on Amazon. I pre-ordered it when I saw that it was coming out. I think it's like $40, worth every penny. Beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful hardcover. Like 200 and something pages, I think, just under over 200. That cycle.
Yeah, that's
It's great, man. It's like run silent electric mode. It's like, oh, and the do-it-yourself Batmobile from the Batman. So yeah, I mean, it's got them all in it. It is a new release. Like I said, it released last week. Um,
right.
and who knows? Maybe it'll end up under your Christmas tree.
Who knows?
Who knows? But yeah, definitely worth the price of admission. I say, give it a read if you get a chance. Check
I
it
have a
out in
thick one as
digital.
well.
Yeah. What do you
Yes,
got?
you had a thick book as well, and I have a thick book as well.
Thick.
Thick. You see that?
Ultimate Star Wars. That's DK Publishing. I
Dude,
love
this
the
thing is
visual stuff,
freaking
man. That's
awesome.
so thick.
So the cool thing about this is it doesn't just focus on one thing. You're getting all of the character bios. You're going to get all of the tech. You're going to get all the ships. You're going to get every bit of Star Wars. Up
Nice.
to like some of the newest stuff, like some of the animated things as well.
Right.
So if you're somebody like me that likes to watch the shows, watch the movies, read some of the comic books, this is for you.
Okay.
It kind of puts everything all into perspective. Yeah. I've been really enjoying this.
What's your favorite
So
aspect of it?
I would have to say the ships for sure. Because it gets pretty in depth with everything. It
Right.
shows you all sorts of great shit. Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta agree, but for me, it's more a generalized the tech aspect of it. Like I could give a shit less about the characters usually in books like that. I want to see the guns, the
Yeah.
communicators, the ships.
Yeah,
Not even the
exactly.
droids as much as I want to see lightsabers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it
love
goes
that.
into super depth. Like every bit of it. Well, a good chunk of it. It's not like a full schematic or anything. But still it's pretty interesting and you get the names of everything. So like I've noticed when I follow along in movies now, I can go, I know what that ship is.
Right.
You know, and I think it makes it easier for me to follow things.
I've got a bunch of those. I might even have that same one. I'm not sure, but their company is so good, dude.
Yeah.
those books you can just ingest it. And they did one for Star Trek as well. They don't have as many for that. I only found one of those
Ooh,
online.
I forgot to mention this. The forward is done by Anthony Daniels,
Mr.
as we all
C3PO
know. Mr.
himself.
C3PO himself.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
That's excellent.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a lot of. Well, honestly, it's not like I'm sitting here reading every piece one at a time. I'm
It's a
jumping
coffee
around
table
all
book.
over the
It's
place.
a coffee table book. It's meant to be enjoyed in spurts and not necessarily in
Yeah.
order, and not necessarily reading. You're looking for stuff that interests you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's more like, okay, I'll notice something when I'm watching like Obi-Wan, for instance, right? That just
Okay.
came out.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. And I mean, I referenced that book a few times
No
because
shit.
there's some older stuff and some newer things going on. And yeah, it's easier to keep up with that way.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away, but yeah, you should watch that show.
I'm through all of it or most of all of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to redo it. I'm not gonna redo the first episode though. I've seen that like 10 times. That's a long story. It's just like one night on the bus, it came out on the tour we were on. We watched it, but then like one or two people didn't get to watch it. So and we didn't even get through the whole episode that night because the bus internet. So the next night we watched it, and then someone wasn't there to watch it. So then we had to watch it again, and then I watched it by myself, and then we watched it again. I was like, fuck.
That doesn't sound pleasing at all.
No, it was not a good introduction
Sounds
to the
like you
show.
ruined it.
Yeah, and then I got like through the next couple episodes, and I saw some stuff, and I was like, cool. All right. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Cute. Cute. All right. Well, I think that leads us up to a good point. It's time for your segment.
Oh, we going with my segment now.
Yeah, yeah. You
All
got
right.
to tell us about some pissing or something that leads
Yeah,
up to
this
pissing.
in
Or...
weird places. Well, I've got a story for you. So I was thinking about this. Once again, I was in the stall at work, and I'm thinking like, oh my god, I hate being in this stall. You can just see right through these things, and I started thinking about, all right, well, where else have I had some really terrible times going to the bathroom?
Right.
And the one big one that comes to mind is when I was in Asia. I was in somewhere in Asia, and I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was basically just a hole in the floor. It was disgusting. But on the other hand, I did get to use a Japanese toilet. Have you ever had that pleasure?
I actually have, yes.
Have you had that pleasure?
We're asking you back home. Have you had that pleasure? Do you know
If
about
not, oh my God, you have to. It's amazing. You get different noises that it makes.
Why
You
does
can
it
have
make
different
those
smells
noises?
to hide your pee and poop noises.
That's right.
Yeah. Party on.
Party on and hide those noises,
So, yeah, so you get the noises, there's different smells, there's different water pressures for the bidet feature and different temperatures along with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And you get the
Seat
heated seat.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, the heated seat. Whew.
How about also if it's anything like the one I experienced, you could push a button and the seat raised itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's
No, those things are really awesome.
pretty
Highly
good tech.
recommend it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially the bidet part. Like at first you think you're not gonna enjoy having water shot in your asshole. I'm here to tell you, it's
gonna
pretty
enjoy.
spectacular. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. If you feel really clean when you're done.
Treat yourself.
You feel so clean. It's like you take a shower every time you shit. It's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. And that reminded me of the first time I ever actually did use a bidet. So I was doing this one gig in Vegas. We were doing our first day of load in of rehearsals. So it's a long day. You know, you don't get back to the hotel until like midnight, 1 o'clock pretty easily. Um, I get there, they're like, "Oh, sorry, um we don't have your room ready yet." Okay, no problem. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you into one of our penthouse suites, the Palms Place. And there's another guy hanging out with me, one of the video and lighting dudes. And I said, you couldn't have said what I thought you just said, you know, because that only happens in movies.
Right.
And she goes, no, no, no. Yeah, you've got a room up there. So my buddy goes, come on, let's go check it out. So we go up there and I'm on the 53rd floor or something like that. Anyways, I
Damn.
get like almost half the floor is just my room, right? You walk in and the first thing you see is a big pool table, gigantic pool table. Walk in, you have the remote that does your lights, it does the blinds, it does the TV coming out of the floor, the whole bit, dude. Huge, huge room.
Right.
There was a jacuzzi out on the balcony. You know, you just wouldn't believe it. And then I'm like, whoa, I get a bidet. Oh,
Oh.
magic. And I mean, there's 3 bathrooms in this joint. This bidet rocked my butthole.
Yeah.
And from then on, I'm like, okay, if I get the opportunity, I'm definitely using the bidet.
You see, they've got like portable, not necessarily portable, but like
Yeah,
attachments for
you
your
can.
toilet.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get them on Amazon pretty quick.
Yeah. I was thinking about trying one.
I bet you
What does
are.
it hurt? Not your butthole. Makes it clean.
Maybe.
I mean, if it's like a weird one from like,
What happens
what
if
if
like
it tears your
all of a
asshole
sudden,
apart?
yeah, dude,
Shreds
like
your
what
asshole like
happens?
fucking Swiss cheese?
All of a sudden, the pressure just
Like
breaks.
a toothpick, water pick that just is like, but like has gone too far. Ah, it's just like
Oh,
shredding your entrails. Just like that would be
oh man.
an interesting horror movie.
No, it wouldn't. That'd be dumb.
What do you mean? Like it'd be a spirit that possesses things in your house and kills you with them. One of the kills would definitely have to be the bidet. Then there's the easy ones: trash compactor, fucking, fridge. It like literally just falls or
Garbage
eats
disposal.
it. Garbage disposal. Stairs.
Stairs.
Yeah, I mean the
Goes up
stairs
just a little bit.
yeah, just enough to trip you and make you fall and break your neck. Chandelier falling, shit like that.
Oh
But
man,
one of
that sounds pretty
specifically,
lame.
yeah, I mean, whatever. I'd watch it. Shut the fuck up. Um,
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
I know I would watch it. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it, but it does definitely sound like I would watch it. Like, oh fuck, that was lame.
at the end, you're just like, I just lost an hour and a half of my life.
Yeah,
This
pretty much.
fucking-
It just sounds like one of those movies. That's all.
I'll never get that back. Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens. There's a lot of movies like that.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one right now.
Okay. Like a
Oh,
movie.
you know,
Okay. Yeah.
the Ghostbusters.
Which one?
You know which one.
Oh, now we're gonna
You know
have the
which
unpopular
one.
opinion because
Come on.
I wanted to like it.
I wanted to like it too.
I love
They
the
even had
ladies
like
that
some
are in
guest
it.
appearances.
I didn't like the guest appearances. It took me out of the realm of the movie because it felt like they were too familiar. They were characters that weren't the characters that they originated in too familiar territory. So it made me. It took me out of the movie even more Bill Murray looked like they had to tie him down to get him there. He did
Yeah,
not look comfortable.
absolutely.
Um, it could have been so much better. I think that it just goes to show like Afterlife's effects versus that movie's effects. Answer, of course, we're talking about Ghostbusters. Answer the Call. Um, that shit looked like Scooby Doo to me. The Scooby Doo 3D movies in terms of quality, it's very similar. Super neon glowy.
Hmm.
Didn't I was so confused because I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a reboot or a continuation in that world, but I guess it's a reboot. But like it I don't know if it's out of necessity that they did the reboot. Like most reboots follow the original movie. Pretty much, I mean, the Poltergeist reboot is pretty much frame for frame the
You
same
know, I
fucking
haven't seen it
movie
yet.
minus a few gender swap roles where
Okay.
an opposite child happens to them. Pretty much, I nailed it going into it, going, this is what this movie's going to be, and that's what it was. For me, this Ghostbusters movie was one of those situations where, again, it was a great cast, but when it was announced it was like a reboot, I guess, it was just like, okay, but it's going to be in Boston. All right. Now it's kind of becoming its own thing and not necessarily a reboot. So that I think confuses people enough where they're like, well, if they're in Boston, is this a separate thing? But then you see Bill Murray and you're like, but that's not Peter Venkman. I think that fucked me up. I think a lot of the
Yeah.
jokes fell flat. What bugged you the most about it? You have a knowing and thoughtful look on your face.
I have well, I have a few qualms, man.
Lay them
One,
out.
music.
Yeah.
What really what do you think about when you watch Ghostbusters? A lot of times. For me it's the music. Like
Yeah.
it is everything.
Yep.
It indicates different parts of a scene, different things that are going to be happening. The ghosts, good lord, can I get some ghosts that look like ghosts from the Ghostbuster movies? You know what I mean? They look totally fucked up. It was just animated nonsense. And then there's what? A dancing sequence?
In the extended version, I believe only.
Oh, really?
Yep. But yes, there is. If anything, though, he saves
the version
that
I
movie.
watched was an extended version. I hate myself even more.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You suffered for X amount of extra minutes.
Right?
Yeah, man. Some of
No,
his
they're
lines
just
were the
like-
funniest, and his delivery, like, he was great. And they were great in their roles too, but I mean, some of it felt too forced. It just
Yeah.
wasn't good. There wasn't a good mesh. It didn't feel like the mesh that the guys had. I don't know if it was the
No,
story didn't
absolutely
help.
not. But you know, those guys have also worked on different things together for so many years.
Right.
It's never gonna be like that. Well, you know, I shouldn't say that because some of them, you know, those girls had been working together on SNL for a good amount of time as well.
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids. Yeah.
I think some of them were together in Bridesmaids or one of those movies. And I enjoyed those movies a lot. I think it was a director and script thing. I mean, it was a weak script. The fact that that guy turns into that ghost thing that's kind of like from the logo, like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
He was
Yeah, that
like
was
a
weird.
shitty character, dude. He was like a bad main villain, man. It was not. And like, I really think that anyone who really enjoyed it just wanted to be on the other side because, of course, a lot of people were misogynistic about it and
Yeah.
just
no,
downright bad about
absolutely.
it and reacted negatively to it just because it was women. And the only thing that I have to say about that is if you complained about that, you must have complained about Afterlife, about it being kids, because you don't understand that Ghostbusters can be anyone. and it's meant to be anyone.
Yeah. Look at the second movie.
Yeah, correct. Louis
You know,
Tully, he fucking
exactly.
was the Ghostbuster. Little girl was a Ghostbuster. Women were Ghostbusters, and that's cool, and I'm totally down with that. But there was some people on the internet who had a hard time with it, and I understand that, especially when they were making it. So that also that feeling made it into the script, which I think might have hurt it negatively too. Um, in my opinion, and I think that the people who watch it and say they really enjoyed it and thought it was a great fucking movie are the ones who are too scared to say that they didn't really enjoy it that much, if anything, maybe even hated it, because they
I
don't want
thought
to
it
be labeled
sucked.
misogynist or whatever, and I don't either. But I agree, it was a really terrible movie. Powerful, down and out, just bad.
Well, the thing is that when you watch Ghostbusters 1 and 2, you are a fan. You
Right.
know, you either love it or you don't really care about it,
Yeah.
right? But when you love it, you love that stuff and you think about all of the little things, dude. All of the music, all of the little
Here's something for me. Speaking of
jokes.
which, the audio from just the pack starting up to the Neutrona Wands blast.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
a
every bit
bad
of it.
miss. I mean, they could have totally made new packs and new, like they did, and new traps. And even
They
if
did
they had
new
just
weapons
used
and
the old audio files for it, at least that would have made them feel like the movies were somehow connected. Like it wasn't just like a cheap, 'cause that's how it felt. It felt like a cheap remake.
yeah.
The 1980s and then the 19, what is it, 89, I guess is the second one. So it was all 80s. The originals came out in. Those movies, special effects to me looked better than what was in this movie.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with you. Totally agree.
I didn't laugh.
No, and that green goblin looking thing that was flying around and then
Stood on
was
her
in
shoulders.
the
It's like,
concert.
don't say a thing. I'm just like,
You know, doesn't everybody miss Come In Ray?
yes, we didn't need that big scene of exposition. It, no, not
No,
for
the
me.
Ghostbusters are about figure out the problem, solve it.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't feel right. It didn't feel like that really them coming together, starting a company. It didn't feel like the way it did with the boys originally, where it felt like they were doing this. They were fresh on this new technology, and this just felt thrown together. There was like point A and point B, but no if, there, then, or that's in between. Like, oh, oh, it hurts to think about. It's not something I'll ever probably watch again. Maybe one more time.
Maybe one more time
Maybe
because
one
Chris
more time.
Hemsworth's in it.
He's pretty good in it. Again, that's probably the only time, honestly, if I did laugh during that movie was because of his fucking stupid character, which I thought was also great because I also thought it was a good play on the typical stupid female kind of secretary role. Which I will say, I never felt that they made Janine out to be like that until the second movie. She's a little bit airheady, a little bit more than
Eh,
a little bit more than she was in the first one. Where she's like, I find that very
fair enough.
interesting, like where she's kind of hitting on Egon.
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, then when you look at the newest movie, when she does her little cameo in the beginning there, I mean, she seemed like she was right back to normal.
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe it was
Hmm.
cocaine. Maybe her character had a bout with cocaine, and we didn't know about it. was a whole subplot of
Rick
Ghostbusters too.
Moranis could just bring it out in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna do a line off my boner? Oh, that'd be great. You know, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just how I imagine the R-rated Ghostbusters.
We fed the baby some pizza crust. It's doing real fine.
It was French bread pizza or whatever the fuck. I think, and I'm just like, oh God, that baby's dead. It choked to death.
Yeah, I know.
Fixated on soft dough in its fucking lungs. God damn it. Janine, and he was just trying to get a blowjob, and then the baby is a ghost and like terrorizes
she was
them.
doing that
and they have
weird
to trap the
thing
baby
with
ghost.
the ball, the crystal ball looking thing. She was putting it between her legs. Do you remember that part?
I do remember that part.
Weird.
I remember watching that on the big screen when I saw it in theaters as a kid and being like,
whoa. She means business.
you know, just like grinning from ear to
business.
ear. I was like, oh goodness.
Yep.
Because they also gave her the red hair to kind of connect her to the real Ghostbusters, Janine. Don't know if you noticed that, but and styled her hair to look a little bit more like the character on TV. Because they were really going to sell toys. I mean, that's what. As soon as the real Ghostbusters, I mean, any real kids TV show started because there was a need to sell toys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All of them.
Transformers.
Big one. G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Thunderhawks, Silvercats, fucking. Or Silverhawks and Thundercats. I fucked them up.
Thundercats. Oh, dude, I remember Thundercats.
Oh. Call me.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's that blue guy who had like the bola thing that he would throw.
Bola Man and Lion-O. I don't remember what the bola was named, but I remember there was Lion-O. He was like the leader.
Lion-O. Snurf, snurf, Lion-O.
Snurf, snurf. Lion-O. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That brings me back. That was some good shit.
What were those episodes or those shows that showed you all of that information? It was like on Netflix or something.
Oh, the toys that made us.
The toys that made us. That's what it is.
That's a good. Yeah. That's a good documentary.
It is absolutely. Everybody, if you get a chance,
watch it.
Everybody's got Netflix. Well, most people do. Watch that. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. You get to see a whole lot of information, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one.
That's a great episode.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of different stuff, especially about the comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It used to be a ruthless kind of comic book, dude.
Yeah.
They're real ninjas.
Yeah, you haven't read it, have you?
No, I want to.
Nice.
Yeah. Real ninjas.
Real ninjas with nunchucks.
Dude, I want to be Mikey. Totally wanted to be Mikey my whole life.
Mikey when I was growing up too. We made nunchucks out of dowels and rope.
Yeah, you know what I used to use when I was really little?
What?
My mom always had those candles that had the shared
the wick. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was 2 candles with 1 wick piece.
She'd be like, "Why are my candles all cracked and fucking dented?" Oh.
Yeah.
No idea.
It was always like that. Oh yeah.
No clue. That's so weird. Just must be cheap
dude,
candles,
I thought
Mom.
I was the bomb at that too. Oh man.
My buddy,
that was so embarrassing.
When I was like 12 or 13, he eventually got a set of real nunchucks with ball bearings in them and shit. They were fucking brutal. You hit yourself once with them, you were like, I'm done. I can hear the sound of that wood hitting
bearings.
fucking bone.
What kind of idiot is doing something like that?
What do you mean?
Ball bearings. Why would you do that? You're gonna hurt yourself.
That's just not ball bearings inside to make the swivel on the chain.
That's I thought you were saying like were basically whipping yourself with a ball bearing end.
No,
I
it's
was like,
just ball bearing.
holy
So
shit.
there's the chain that connects them to the fucking thing,
Okay.
but the chain connected to the thing is this ball bearing that makes them spin too, apparently, if I remember correctly. I might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was like ball bearings in there so that the chain doesn't bind. It
Yeah, I
spins
get what you're saying.
freely. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
eventually,
I
if it
understand.
didn't, the links, just like a motor would bind up. But anyways, so yeah, so he had a serious pair, and he was fucking good with them too. He was good with them. He taught
Like
himself all
Bruce
sorts
Lee.
of shit. Yeah, he taught himself a bunch of shit. It was ridiculous. He's like, one time when we were like 12 or 13, he's like, throw a punch at me. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. He's like, throw a punch at me as hard as you can. I was like, no, and looked away, and I threw a punch, and like, dude, I might have gone out for a second. The next thing you know, I'm staring up at the fucking sky on my back, and I hurt. He just did whatever. Sidestepped me, flipped me, whatever the fuck happened. I don't know what happened.
Try to punch me. I'm just gonna knock your
It
ass
happened so
out.
fast, my brain spun around in my head, and I just lay there in pain like, fuck.
Yeah, that sounded fair, dude.
It sucked.
Yeah, it sounds like that guy's real nice. Sounds like the kind of guy that would like hold a knife to your neck.
We're not talking about that.
Okay. Whatever. I
Well-
guess that didn't ever happen.
Well, maybe one day we'll talk about it, but not on episode
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll
Someday,
let
guys, I'll
wait for
let you
them.
fucking know. Believe me.
We'll tell the story about the knife, but not today. So this is the part where we talk about the movies that shaped us. And I think that I want to talk about a pretty specific movie that I remember from my childhood.
Okay.
It was an amalgamation. It was a combination. It was
It was a what?
amalgamation. I don't know if that's a word, but I may be making it up.
A what?
Amalgamation.
Amalgamation.
Let me see if it's a word or if I'm just making shit up in my head. Amalgamation. Amalgamation, the action process or result of combining or uniting. It was an amalgamation. See? Fucking goddamn.
Good for you,
Fucking
dude.
stupid brains
I'm
over
learning
here.
things every day. Thank goodness to old Josh here.
So it was an amalgamation of animation and live action.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, we can narrow it down. Was it Bed Knobs and Broomsticks? No.
Mary Poppins.
Was it Mary Poppins? I love that movie. I also love Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. No. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yes. Oh my God. You know, I've always loved that movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
Always.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know what's his name there was British.
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins, had no idea. Saw some behind the scenes footage recently. He's very British, it turns out.
Oh yeah, dude. Hell yeah, he is.
But it's just a great premise for a movie. They'd be hard pressed to even sign the agreements to make all those characters come together today.
Oh yeah, dude. Warner Brothers and Disney, everybody all in one. No way.
They'd be like, nope, sorry, we're good. But wow, it was a nice, fun adventure. Especially, I didn't fully understand the premise of the movie when I was a child. I knew that something was wrong and that they had to get the contract and save Toontown.
Cakes.
I didn't. The patty cakes thing right over my head. Fucking.
You played patty cakes with her.
Doc Brown is an evil bastard in that movie. He's so good in that role. Dip. It's kind of scary as a kid. Like, oh my god,
totally. Yeah, that last scene is scary as hell.
Erased from existence because of this acetone product that erases. It's like, oh, this is some heavy duty shit. It's not necessarily a younger kid movie, but of course, in the 80s, I saw a lot of movies that I shouldn't have seen earlier. So as much as it scared me, it's just like it's a really good feel-good movie about making friends and moving on in life because, of course, he's all hung up in the drunkard fucking lane because of his brother getting fucking spotted, clipped by the son of a bitch that he eventually takes down anyway.
Yeah.
It's a good
That
buttonhole
voice.
technique. He talked just like this. I mean, and the eyes bugging out, like that's just one of those. It's a
Yeah, and then his
classic.
arm starts extending out as a
Yes.
saw.
And
Yeah.
I worry that people of this generation, it's going to be something that they miss.
Yeah.
Did
You know
you
what?
go ahead?
Sorry. You know what one of my favorite parts of that movie is?
What's that?
Right there in the beginning when it's the baby.
Baby Herman?
Yeah, going around the entire place and, Roger Rabbit's doing his thing and oh, it's hilarious.
It's some
And
good
then at
shit.
the end the baby talks like this,
He's
has
like, hey,
his cigar.
give me a cigar or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Man, throws you off, but yeah, I love that.
It's got a good sense of humor and a good sense of heart, and I really wish there had been a sequel of some sort. It could have been a great movie. Maybe they have to go solve another Dune crime, but again, it's not something.
Who could you see in that role?
Oh, like if they had
In
to
Bob
do it
Hoskins'
now,
role, if they were to do like a reboot nowadays,
that's a tough one.
who could you see in that role? I have a couple
Oh,
right off the top of my head.
you got to give me a minute, man. That's a really hard role to fill, in my opinion.
I have three right off the top of my head.
I don't really.
I'll throw one at you.
Okay, give it to me.
Jack Black.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, for me, no. Who's your next
Chris
one?
Pratt.
Fuck. See, he came into my head too, but I don't want that. I don't want that.
I don't want that. He says.
That'd be another role of his that he just is gonna fuck up.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
He's the voice of Mario in the new Mario. Have you seen that trailer?
I want to watch the movie.
Have you seen the trailer?
No, I haven't.
Where, Chris Pratt is Mario and he talks like Chris Pratt. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Unless they're trolling everybody. And he actually does do a little bit of an Italian accent. I didn't hear it. Anyways. And Bob Hoskins was, of course, Mario in the horrible Mario Brothers movie, but that's a whole different movie.
Totally different. John Leguizamo.
Yes.
As Luigi.
Yes. Did you know that in the original, I guess, print, there was one frame of Jessica Rabbit that was completely nude? So people who went to see it in theaters would have like this thought, kind of like, fuck, Tyler Durden, Fight Club, like in Fight Club when they're in certain frames in, like there was literally one of her nude, apparently.
Tyler Durden. Yeah, isn't that what it is?
Yeah, from Fight Club, where they insert the porno in between, like, and it actually happens. If you watch the movie really closely, it actually happens during the actual movie, Fight Club. You'll see frames of full nudity in there. And if you slow it down on the DVD or Blu-ray, you really will. But anyways, yeah. And so Disney caught on to it apparently, and before it was released to VHS, they fixed it. Yep, not Disney. Whoever was in charge of making the movie, maybe it was Disney. I don't know. Gotcha. Either way, yeah. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Great voice, great character. Wish they had done more with him. Could have made a great mascot for its own theme park. Roger Rabbit's Wild World. Even if it was just Roger Rabbit characters like the baby and him, just characters in that same vein. That could be its own movie.
Absolutely. I totally agree. The car, the taxi cab.
Exactly. Hey, it's me, the car. Whatever his voice was.
Eddie. Yeah. Was it Eddie? No, Eddie was Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what the car's name was, but he was great. And I loved that movie a lot as a kid for that. I thought that was the neatest thing. But I was also on a kick around that same age or just before that age. Cars always influenced me, and Care Bears, the cloud cars, flying car, awesome.
Yeah.
Big
Yep.
thing.
I remember watching that a lot at daycare.
I had dreams about having my own cloud kicker. I believe that's the proper name for that.
Cloud kicker.
Then there was a
The
Disney,
name.
yeah, there was a Disney film that we could get on VHS at PJ's Jewelry and VHS rental store in our little town.
Yeah, my great grandmother worked there.
It was like a Disney film made probably in the 60s, I would guess, all about cars and like the highway and like cars, and there was like a crash and like a driver's test, and it was like really weird but good, and I rented that quite a bit.
Yeah, it was called Cars with Lightning McQueen, and it was from a few years ago.
No.
Just kidding. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow.
But, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So cars were always kind of a thing. So, you know, that movie even more so with the car. I was like, oh, another animated car I can fall in love with. I love it.
Yep.
Great movie, though. Definitely something that I hope people are paying attention to these days. It deserves a lot of love. It's a great flick. Watch it if you haven't today.
Absolutely. My daughter will know this movie.
Good. She better, goddammit.
For sure.
I know she'll know all the classics. That's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we already watched Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah. Like you're gonna have to probably do like oh shit, Jim Henson stuff. You know, Labyrinth eventually.
Well, she loves Sesame Street, like loves Sesame Street.
Oh, how can you not? The shapes and the colors. Oh God.
Yeah, Elmo.
It's me, Elmo. I'm little and red. Gotta. Yep. Nice. So I you know, and that's a happy thing for me. But going right into it, I gotta kind of do my little thing where I'm 40, so now things piss me off. No?
Yeah, they do.
And something that's been pissing me off recently, and I don't think this is getting worse. Elevator etiquette.
Elevator etiquette is huge.
It's huge.
Oh yeah,
and
totally.
And it deserves more attention than what it's getting. Recently, I was in San Diego, and there was a large group of teenagers. They were partying on my floor in a suite, and I was trying not to be an old crotchety 40-year-old man about it. So I was whatever. It smelled so bad like booze in the hallway. Anyways, they get on the elevator. I am now the next person and only person in the elevator lobby. And I hit the button. Once they're a certain way up, I always hit the button, right? Like I wait. The door's closed. I want to see the next number register.
Sure.
Before I hit that button, because I don't want it to open and, oh, fuck, sorry again. Because that's how it usually happens. You hit it, some asshole hits it once, then some other impatient asshole comes in and hits it again. And they're like, we're just trying to leave the fucking floor. Anyways, as I'm sitting there waiting, I'm like looking. All of a sudden, I feel a finger come beside mine and push the fucking button. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's a dude there, and I was like, but luckily the elevator passed or whatever. So I'm sitting there waiting. I was the first one in line. Motherfucker cuts me off and goes in the elevator first. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Weird, dude.
Not today, motherfucker. Not today.
No.
So I got in and I just stared at him the whole fucking ride up. I tried to make it as I'm like, what the fuck is, like, trying to telepathically ask him, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck? It's your
Why
problem,
are you so
homie.
rude? Elevator etiquette is so goddamn important, and it's just like, wait your fucking turn. You are not more important than anybody else, and all this shit comes down to entitlement or sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
It always does. Oh man, those entitled bastards.
And it's not just like fucking people that are entitled, it's advertisers that are entitled. Because here's number 2 for this week. Advertising. Why the fuck do I have to watch Christmas ads a month and a half before Christmas? Why is that important? We know.
Because the turkey isn't as important as Christmas. They want you to buy the stuff for Christmas Day,
What
so
the
they're
fuck?
doing
They
all of
know.
this.
They know that everybody. It's so ingrained in our culture. We don't need half as many Christmas ads as we have right now. There's no need for it. People are still gonna go out and buy people fucking Christmas gifts. We don't need them,
Yeah,
and we don't need them this
absolutely.
early. We don't, listen. I know plenty of people are already probably are. I bet you there's people that are done with their Christmas shopping, and we're still a few weeks out or so from Thanksgiving, right? Like a week or two out from Thanksgiving when we're recording this. And I bet
Yeah,
you there's people that
absolutely.
have completed it. But fuck that. You don't need the goddamn commercials. We have the internet now and Amazon. Amazon sends out a catalog of shit. Why? I mean, useless. I'm going to search for what I need on your website.
Yeah, exactly.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think it's uncalled for. It's far too early to have Christmas bullshit right now, and I think it's it should stop. They need to
Yeah,
stop it
you
now.
should just be telling me what's going on for Cyber Monday and
I don't even.
Black Friday sales.
I'm gonna go to the website. I don't need to know. I don't want to know. I don't want pop-ups. I don't want shit on my TV. All I want is entertainment straight. I want to get away from this. Like all of a sudden I'm noticing, and maybe it's because I haven't used it in a while, all of a sudden HBO Max has commercials
Just the
on some of
beginning, and
its
it's
content.
a commercial for its content.
I swear to fucking Christ, it
beginning, and
never
that's it.
had that. I don't remember
Oh
this.
yeah.
Anyway,
you can
that pissed
skip
me
it.
off. Well, I'll
It
have to
gives you
try
the
next
option
time.
to skip.
Bunch of fucking bullshit. And I don't like it.
It's not like they're giving you ads for medications or any kind of crazy, advertisement. It's just an ad for
Here's some boner
another
pills.
show
You want hymns?
on HBO.
Here's some boner pills. I'm getting a lot of those these days. It must be like targeting my age.
No, they send it to me too.
Yeah, well, you're also old. Not as old as I, but you're older-ish. You're older than most.
Am I older than that? I don't know.
You've lived a lot longer than a lot of people.
You're like 50, dude. I'm only 33.
Yeah, you're only 33, but did you just say I was 50?
Oh, sorry. That's right. That's your
40, you fuck.
Yeah.
It's just rude. But that's something that's pissing me off. And last but not least, I'm gonna do one more this week. It's something else that's pissing me off these days. Okay, you ready for it?
Yeah. Spit it out, motherfucker.
You want to know what pisses me off these days? There is like a complete lack of thought. Okay, there's a complete lack of thought about where these assholes are leaving my UPS packages at my house. No, seriously, I found a package, 2 packages the other day around the corner of my house, not anywhere near
Around
my
the
front
corner
door.
of your house.
I had the side door. They were slightly damp. Thank God those books were wrapped in plastic. But I was like, where the fuck are these books? Oh, hey, it says it was delivered 2 or 3 days ago. What the fuck is this? So in the middle of the night, come down here and I go out the side door and I'm like, oh, hey, look, 2 fucking boxes. And I pick them up and they're like flimsy and moldy and damp.
That sucks.
So I understand it's that time of year again, because it's Christmas. This is kind of how it ties together. So they're upping the drivers. So there's probably 2 drivers doing this route now instead of 1.
Probably.
And one of them, because I'm getting some packages on my front porch currently, and some are showing up at the side. And my fiance has told me that's, they have been kind of putting them to the side. And I was like, oh, maybe it's because of porch pirates. And she's like, no, it's because of the big ass fucking spiders that live there during the summer. Like, fuck. So it's not this, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I wish that they would at least talk to each other and just put the packages in the same place. Choose one or the other. Like, I might put a sign, one or the other, not both. You got to make a fucking choice.
Fair enough.
Talk in the office before you come down. You're pissing me off.
I hear you, dude. The problem I have is the package goes to the wrong house.
Yeah,
I'm thinking to myself, good Lord, I have literally 3 different places where our house number
Hmm?
is put. We have that one out by the road. We have it over the harbor there, and then we have it at our front door.
Yeah, but
Each has the number and the name.
the weird thing about your house though is that Google Maps brings you right to it. Exactly.
Yeah.
No excuse. That's all I'm saying. The guy or girl has no excuse.
No, absolutely no
That's
excuse.
sheer laziness.
And I was really worried about that because that was the Steam Deck.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
something to be concerned about. But I would understand if like you were 751 blah blah road and they accidentally took it to 571 blah blah road. Like, okay.
yeah, dyslexic can
A
happen.
little
Sure.
dyslexia, a little mix up, but it wasn't even remotely close to that. Right?
No, it was literally my neighbor.
Yeah. So, what the fuck?
Yeah, Sonny, this old man,
Like you don't
beautiful
think
old man.
like why doesn't the United States Postal Service have a app that logs them in and so you can select your route number and that route number has
There
what
has to be
packages you
something
have
like that.
and then it operates off Google Maps, which must be the like the best fucking GPS fucking system out there, right? Like why
it has to
isn't there
work like
something
that,
like
doesn't
that?
it?
I don't know,
There
dude.
must be something like that
They have to have a
because they must be
system, but
keeping
it's
track
probably
of
their
the
own. You
because
know,
they
it's a
keep
government
track
thing.
of the trucks.
Yeah. But I mean
I bet you will.
that's all that pisses me off this week. So I just wanted to share that with you all. And to kind of even out the time that we're here, Bubba, I want to introduce a new segment that we'll do here and there. It's called Create a Show or Create a Movie. And what we're
Oh
gonna
yeah, I
do,
got a movie.
we're gonna create a show or we'll create a movie live, bounce back and forth, maybe do some lines, fucking just come up with a good fucking fucked up movie. And
Okay,
maybe someday we can
okay.
sell them to Hollywood.
Doubtful, but I will do this.
All right, so you got a movie.
Well, I don't know if I've got a good movie. I mean, come on.
Give me a little premise.
Okay, so here it is. And this was made up between my wife and I. We were talking about this. So hear me out. Every man on earth is born, and this isn't like necessarily this earth. This could be like a different earth, a different world, whatever. So every male on this planet is born with a specific looking, well, penis. So like you could have like a four-headed dong, you could have a hammer shaped dong, this, that, or the other thing. And all of the women, in order to have your soulmate, your woman counterpart has to have your exact shape. But there's only one shaped wiener for one shaped vagina in the entire world. So real soulmates exist. And then it could turn into something like, the people who want to be soulmates and think that they need to um go with the person that exactly matches them. And then there's some people who think, oh fuck that, I can do whatever I want. And it can really, yeah, it could be interesting. What do you think about the wiener? The wiener
It's just
movie.
weird. I don't even know. That's a weird one. It's pretty well thought out already, so there's not much to bounce back and forth on about it. But I guess it works. It's a weird one, man.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll put that one in the back pocket.
I don't know if you want to put
Sorry,
it back
everybody.
there. I don't know if you want to put that one in the back pocket. That's sound. I mean, like, what's with that kind of movie? Tell me, who's
Yeah.
your general audience? What's this movie rated? G? Hopefully not.
No, definitely not G. Definitely gonna be rated R.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see the genitalia?
Yes. A couple.
Well,
A few. You figure out how to mask it. I don't know. I don't, I haven't really thought that through. Not
Right. I
that
mean, are we
far.
gonna actually see the sex acts of these weird creature human
Yeah, I mean,
things?
could you imagine if it was like one guy's wiener was shaped like a key and the
Like an
vagina is a
old key, like a skeleton key, like with teeth?
it could be that too. No, I was thinking more like a Chevy Silverado kind of key.
So thin with the lines and weird teeth on
Yeah.
it? Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's weird, bro.
All right. I
And then
forget I said
is
anything,
there
everybody.
no, is there then a scene where like two people really is this like the whole premise of the movie? Two people really want to hook up, or two creatures or whatever they really are want to hook
Yeah.
up, but then they realize that their parts don't fit together and they're like trying to jam them together and it's just not working and it's like super painful and stressful for them both, but they're so in love that they make it work somehow, and then they adopt a kid, another weird peckered kid, and like
Weird.
and it turns out that the adopted kid, after he grows up, the weird peckered
Oh
kid
man.
fits the mom, the adopted mom. So like he starts banging the adopted mom because obviously they were supposed to be together because they matched. Meanwhile, the dad just kills himself because he's like fucking depressed, even though he never really got good sex in his life because their shit never worked.
And that's played by Kevin Bacon. And then
Oh, okay.
the other part is Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman, okay. And then the
And I'm
son
thinking
growing up.
for this adopted son, because it's gonna have to be like a teenager, right? Like a
Oh,
late
Nick
teen.
Kroll playing a young.
No.
Yeah,
No.
maybe de-aged like Star Wars.
No. No way.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nick Kroll. He doesn't talk like that. Okay, so he doesn't.
He
He's
doesn't talk like that.
He doesn't
No.
talk like Mort from Family Guy. Oh Jesus Christ, Peter, you gotta come over to the pharmacy. Sorry.
No, I don't know about Cole. No, I'm imagining something else. Maybe more like
So is the moral of the story: don't adopt kids because sometimes they'll fuck your spouse?
moral of the story is everybody mind your own damn business.
Or everyone will find their own perfect someone
yeah,
in
you'll
due
find your
time.
own whatever you want.
In due time.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about Pete killing himself though.
Oh man.
After his adopted son just totally just starts banging the snot out of his adopted mom.
Oh man, I don't think about it like that.
Your adopted father died for this. How can you be so cruel? Because I love you, Mom. I love you so much. We fit together like peanut butter and chocolate. You know, like there's like a scene like that, and she's just crying like fucking Jeff or whatever the fucking father's name is.
Oh, and then that's what. So once they match together, they become that item.
What?
Yeah. So
What do they
your
become?
whole life, that item. So like
What
peanut
item?
butter and chocolate. What if he's got a peanut butter wiener and she's got a chocolate vagina, and they become a Reese's peanut butter?
And then someone swoops in and eats it out of like something, and then that's how everything we love is made. Uncrustables. It's a fucking three-way of grape, fucking peanut butter, and bread. Fucking three-way gangbang, and then stamped together by a fucking machine. Jesus fucking Christ. Where did that literally was on the rails. We were riding them for a little while. It was shaky for a couple miles. And then all of a sudden we came to this corner and the conductor was like, fuck it, punch it, and fucking jumped it right off the rails. I don't even know. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, dude. Totally the end scene of Speed right there.
Wait, a bus is gonna blow up?
No,
I guess
remember
that's not the end scene.
the train goes off the tracks in the subway.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Dennis
yeah,
Hopper.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's like through the fucking subway and all crazy and
What
shit.
do you do? Shoot the hostage.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting idea for a movie. I mean, I really think the way we fleshed it out here, it's only a matter of time before executives start just banging down your door and just grafting your fucking
Tell me
mind
more
for
about
new
your Bidets
ideas.
film.
When they're gonna want to know more, they're gonna be like, come up with something else, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, so this kid gets a race car bed for Christmas, and it comes alive and like takes him places at night, and at first it seems like it's really cool, but turns out that race car bed has a drug problem, and it starts taking the kid to seedy places like a fucking prostitute's house and a fucking crack den, and like won't bring the kid back in time to so that like the kid doesn't get in trouble for being up all night. So it becomes this adventure.
He's having bad dreams.
Yeah, it's this kid. He's trying to get his fucked up car bed home. Now that's another one that we could probably sell.
Fucked up car bed.
Yeah,
you know,
it
I
could be
always
like,
wanted one of those growing up. I was always
who
like,
the
"I
fuck
want a
didn't?
car bed?"
Who the fuck didn't? It's dope. You be
Do
dreaming
you
and
ever know
driving.
a kid that did have a car bed? I remember a kid that
I don't
had
think
a
I
car
did.
bed. Yeah. Cocky bastard.
Fucking piece of shit.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe here's an idea. All right. Then while we're on weird ideas, adult car beds.
I think they have them already.
Fuck. Always
I
too
think
late
this
to the
is a
fucking
thing.
draw.
You should look that up.
Gotta
Adult
look it up.
car beds. Yeah, no, I totally think that's a thing. Well, I mean, grandma's boy.
Apparently, there's now adult race car beds that can fit queen and king size mattresses.
Oh, yeah.
This was published 9/14/2022. Do you see how close we were to this fucking idea? God damn it. And they look cool as shit.
They look cool as shit.
They look amazing.
You know,
that one has
really
neon
cool
underglow, bro.
What about an arcade bed?
That'd be pretty dope too. Oh, it's got storage underneath. That's a thin mattress, man. No one's going to be having a good night's sleep on that. All right. Maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. That's fine.
Yeah.
Who needs them? I know I don't need a car bed. Fuck them. Yeah. Well, I think that's a good place to end this episode. I mean, I've said my piece this week. Have you said yours?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. Well,
yeah, man.
As always, it was fun wherever you were listening from or watching from. Thank you. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next episode coming up here in a week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm Bubba.
I'm not. Bye-bye. I feel like, you ever watch... No, you ever watch the fucking Beverly Hillbillies TV show growing up? And they're like waving like motherfuckers. They come to the door and the camera does this really slow pullout. And they're fucking waving like 20 seconds later. They're still fucking waving like, goddamn, fuck, thank you, oil. Like, oh, it's so good. See, I'm still fucking waving
off the boat.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just
like, and then like at one point, like they stop, fucking Jesus Christ, and they keep fucking waving a little bit, and then it finally cuts the fuck out. And that's how you end a show properly.